What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy. I've been gone for a minute, but I still got bangers, bro. It ain't like I'm holding. Okay, I'm holding. I ain't been dropping, but I got videos up and ready to go. Alright? So we at 115. Let's go ahead and get to that 200 of the cage, and it's your boy. So make sure you hit that like button, that sub button. I'm bringing y'all here another banger. We're gonna be right to some Beyond Scared Straight today. Some what is it? Messed up moments, crazy moments, crazy comments, Beyond Scared Straight reaction video. But I ain't got really much to say here today, so let's go ahead and get to this video. And make sure you hit that like button, that sub button, turn up the channel. Let's get it. Boom. So it's the top 10 moments of it's a 10 times Beyond Scared Straight cross the line. So we finna see how these boys cross the line. I know it's a ooh, that was nasty. But I know it kind of say Beyond Scared Straight Savage moments, but I kind of just searched that up to find what I was trying to find. But it's 10 times Beyond Scared Straight cross the line. So let's go ahead and hit that like button, that sub before we go ahead and start this video up. Let's go ahead and, what do you say? Get money. Get money. But yo, let's see. I might watch the whole video. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta see something. Alright, let's go.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Film Trip. On today's, but before we be talking about,
see, I don't got time for this, y'all.
New subscriber.
Yeah, I know we get straight to it.
Let's hop straight into the video.
Yeah, I know we get straight to it. We don't do none of that.
Number 10, Cedric and the toilet. 15-year-old Cedric initially took his jail experience in stride, casually disobeying the guards.
Damn. They stuffed LeBron in the toilet with dirty drawers.
Took his jail experience in stride.
Bruh. What?
Casually disobeying the guards and talking back. Unfortunately for Cedric, things took a sharp turn when he was placed in a cell surrounded by inmates. While
They
Cedric
stuffed that little dude in the toilet.
He seemingly had no choice but to respect the inmates.
I do home invasions.
In
They
one
really
of the
put that on that
most
nigga's shirt.
disgusting scenes on the show,
Look.
one inmate told Cedric to wash his noticeably stained underwear in a toilet. Of course, Cedric refused. Not happy
They
with
dirty
Cedric's
as fuck.
disobedience, though. The inmate then tried pushing Cedric's head into the toilet. Cedric was obviously disgusted, although he luckily managed to walk away.
Why they got this on this dude's shirt right here? Like he in fucking second grade or something. Like he don't take his report card home or something. Get the fuck on. Like he forgot to like he don't put his homework in his book bag or something.
Without having to touch the soiled underwear.
Alright, what's number 9, bro? I probably not watch all 10 if this dude talk through everything, bro.
Shots fired. While the Scared Straight program aims to scare teens away from the harsh reality of prison, the truth is that the teens are safe throughout their prison for about 99% of the time. The missing 1% comes from the situations where the actual inmates get too carried away.
Damn.
An example of this occurred at the Floyd County Jail. After the teen inmates were placed alone in cells with the doors shut,
Get in there.
The real prisoners were instructed to come and yell at the teens and bang on the doors in an attempt to scare them. The teens were safe in this situation, given that there was a big metal door between them and the prisoners. That is until
Why is he banging his head on the door?
They somehow managed to force
Boom,
the
boom,
door to one of the cells.
boom.
Instantly rushing in to yell at and push the teen offender. When the guards noticed what was going on,
snake on the back of his head.
First priority was obvious for the teen's safety.
So my thing is, you see how he pulling the door? He looks stupid as fuck. That door not opening no time soon. Let that door go, bro. Bro, let that door go. That motherfucker not opening.
Though they did not hesitate to fire warning shots, prompting all the inmates to drop to the ground to avoid being shot.
Boop, 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 boop. That boy got paintballs.
Number 8. SWAT extraction. Although this insane moment didn't actually involve any of the teen offenders, they managed to get a good look at the reality of prison life when a situation unfolded at the prison that resulted in the SWAT team being called. When an inmate refused to leave his cell, the teen offenders watched as the SWAT team stormed into the prison and used a taser that was strong enough to paralyze someone for 5 seconds to subdue the inmate.
Why the fuck would they?
All the teen offenders looked on in horror as they witnessed what an officer described as the result of someone not wanting to move. So, they made a move. Surely witnessing this was enough to remind the teens that in prison, they have no choice but to do as they are told. There was a lesson to be learned in the chaos though, as the teens were so shocked by the situation and mostly that they would not be able to handle an extraction if it happened to them. This was definitely one experience that scared them straight.
That shit would have kind of got into me too. Shit, don't come in here tasing motherfuckers. Do not come in here with the tasers.
Number 7.
Stay where the fuck y'all at.
It seems that most of the teens who appear on Beyond Scared Straight
who the fuck she thinks she is?
Act for the cameras. Yet in a case where both the
Alright, look. First, her fit booty as fuck. And y'all notice, I get on everybody fit. Her fit booty as fuck. She ain't got no socks on. She got on jean shorts. Shirt big as a motherfucker. Our Mac walk us. And she running in place. Come on now. Fit
the
booty
guard
as fuck.
and team made poor decisions.
They could have put her in a cooler fit. They could have gave her something. They could have just put her in an orange jumpsuit. That's the case.
13-year-old Lei went way beyond a bad attitude when she actually tried to punch a guard.
She tried to buck a
guard? It all started when the teens were forced to jog in place, and the guard noticed that Lei had her fists balled. While exercising some terribly bad judgment, the guard began to taunt Lei by saying things like, "You want to hit me?" and "Hit me if you want to." Well, that's exactly what Lei tried to do.
She bucked
Lei
her
swung
ass.
At the guard and thankfully missed her punch by inches. Her attempt to attack the guard quickly backfired though, as she was immediately.
Hey, if you just jumped, boom, come here. You pussy. You definitely pussy if you just jump. How I'ma hit you? Tell me how am I gonna hit you? If I just boom.
Pushed down and restrained. Although Lei definitely should not have tried to hit her, the guard is also arguably to blame for her constant
She running in place. So they just say she taunting because she running in place?
Number 6. Combing chest hair. While it is common to hear teens featured on the show claim to be gang members, these claims are often more for show than reality.
He buff as hell.
Despite their claims being fake, the teens always manage to upset inmates who are actually gang members.
No. No. Is he combing bro chest? I ain't gonna lie. Make this a little weird that the black dude standing right next to him. Standing right next to the white kid. And the white kid the one combing these two big ugly as a motherfucker. He just sitting there combing their chest, bro. I never seen no shit like that, bro.
Is an example of what happens when real gang members come across a wannabe.
I never seen no shit like that.
In an odd and disturbing display of power, Kenneth and another teen named David were told to comb an inmate's chest hair. David was handed a comb and actually started combing the inmate's chest hair. The scene got even more disturbing as Kenneth refused to even touch the comb. His refusal resulted in another inmate getting extremely angry at the apparent disrespect and having to be forcibly removed from the room.
I wouldn't comb his shit either.
Kenneth up.
Hold on, let's skip this booty ass ad.
I have a challenge for all of you. Go to every computer in your house, your mom's, your dad's, your...
I wouldn't comb bro her either, like what do I look like combing? What do I look like? Get the fuck on.
Number 5. Prank gone wrong. In another case of mealtime at the Oneida County Jail gone wrong, The male teen offenders witnessed what happens when you don't take the program seriously. 14-year-old Darian made some pretty questionable choices while eating dinner with inmates.
Damn! He picked little bro off his feet.
Some pretty questionable choices while eating dinner with inmates. Almost as questionable as the meal itself. He began to laugh while 2 inmates forced him to eat another teen's meal.
The
guards seemingly let him
into
get
the
away
wall,
with it, which made Darian think he could just get away with anything.
No, why the fuck he just hop up?
Fortunately for Darian, the guards were fed up with his smug attitude too. In a terrible prank gone wrong, Darian stood and turned very fast, acting as if he would try to run. Guards quickly restrained him and carried his handcuffed body out into the hallway, as Darian cried and admitted that he was stupid. He definitely learned a lesson that the guards at the Oneida County Jail do not joke around.
Thomas admitted he was stupid. He's stupid for being there.
Number 4. Restraint chair.
I gotta see no
Female
one.
teen inmates at the Oneida County Jail learned the hard way what happens when you disobey orders. After serving up a questionable meal of bread and rice, the guards and inmates were fed up with the teen offender's refusal to eat. One unfortunate teen got the worst of it all, as the guards decided to make an example out of her. Despite her tears, the guards put her in a cell, hoping that some time alone would help her realize she needed to work up an appetite.
Bruh, I understand, like, see, this is crossing the line right here. This is definitely crossing the line. I got a feeling that she about 14, 13. Cool. She don't want to eat the jail food. I wouldn't want to eat the jail food either. First of all, I'm not actually in jail. So, I wouldn't eat the jail food. I'm not actually in this motherfucker. So, I'm going to be, I'm going to feel some kind of way about them giving me some bullshit ass food too. But, putting her in this chair, putting her in this chair is such a fucking reach. They shouldn't even put her in that chair, bro. That's fucked up, bro.
This tactic didn't work. The guards resorted to a more drastic measure.
Why?
They placed the teen in a restraint chair.
What is she gonna?
As her fellow teen offenders watched, she was strapped down
I
to a chair by
understand.
2 guards.
I understand setting an example, but not with a child that's not in jail, though, bro.
As
Not there
another guard
yet.
mentioned, she would be completely unable to move and
Not there
left in
yet,
the
bro.
chair overnight if she continued to disobey orders.
Left in the chair overnight, bro.
It's safe to say that this teen probably learned her lesson and will be finishing all of her
So they
meals
just-
from now on.
They just left her there.
Number 3. Inmate threatens cameraman. During a straight talk
The cameraman. What the hell did the cameraman do? I gotta see this.
portion of the teen offender's prison tour in Suffolk, Virginia, one inmate got a little carried away. While talking to the teens, an inmate named Lasanda, who was serving a 10-year sentence, began throwing around tables and chairs as she confronted each of the teens one-to-one. Apparently, the cameraman stood too close to Lasanda, who quickly yelled at him to get out of her face. The cameraman obliged, and Lasanda happily continued her rampage. That is, until the cameraman got in her way a second time. Unfortunately for the cameraman, 2 times was enough for Lasanda to snap and began making threats. The guards, who were concerned with the cameraman,
I thought she would have smacked down on the cameraman. She ain't even smacked. And she flipping tables and all kinds of shit.
and teen offender safety, quickly pushed Lasanda out of the room.
He look grown as
Goes to
fuck.
show that nobody is safe in
He look like he old enough to not be on this TV show.
prison. Not even the cameraman filming.
He like he old
the
enough to
show.
actually be in that motherfucker.
Number 2, spitting on inmate. When given the opportunity to talk to inmates face to face,
This nigga
things
spit on an
often
inmate?
get a little heated. Between the teen offender's bad attitudes and the inmate's short fuses, it's easy to see how situations
Why
can
they
get
showing
out
all
of control
this?
fast. Caesar, who was in the Scared Straight program for stealing, was confronted by inmates telling him he isn't tough, as well as calling him a few names. This all
No, he didn't. No, that's too far, LaRoe. Nah, if he went behind them chains, I ain't gonna cap. You spit on a man like that. Hey,
proved to be enough to get under
hey. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't
Caesar's
spit on
skin,
me.
as he yelled back at the inmates to shut up, before shockingly spitting on them. Caesar was immediately pushed against the wall by guards, who yelled at him for spitting. It seemed like Caesar regretted his decision though, as he asked the guards why they were letting this happen to him. only to be reminded that this is jail.
Hey, it definitely is jail. I wouldn't spit on him though, bro. That's too far. What did he say?
Number 1. Miles' Rude Awakening. 12-year-old thief and liar Miles got a rude awakening during his experience in
So
the
this
Scared
number
Straight
1.
program.
This little dude got number 1. For it looked like they just went too far with this shit. He just looked like he nervous, scared, and all types of shit.
Literally, Miles thought he was safe for the night after the teen offenders were sent off to sleep. Unfortunately for Miles, it is prison, and nobody's safe in prison. The guards decided to burst into the teen offender's cell and wake them up at 2 a.m. Miles was terrified to say the least, as he was yelled at and forced to leave his cell by 2 guards. Unfortunately for Miles, this was not the only time he would be awoken by guards. Although the second time was a bit funnier since Miles was caught with drool all along the side of his face.
So that is number 1. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This video not how I expected it to be. I didn't expect bro to talk through the whole video. I was just expecting, you know, boom, here go one highlight. Boom, here go one highlight. Boom, here go another highlight. Boom, here go another highlight. But I mean, it's cool that he talked through it or whatever. It's cool. But then they definitely went beyond Scared Straight on some of this shit. Like, this little dude straight spit on the motherfucker like, he did ass a motherfucker. Hey, that shit wow, bro. But hey, alright, y'all, it's your boy T2, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button, that sub button, that comment button. Turn on the post notice. Roll to the 200. We're gonna go ahead and bring out some more bangers. So, go ahead and hit that like button, that sub button. Let's get it.